Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Anatomy. I'm Sean. I'm super excited about today's video because not only are we getting close to painting our 924 project, we've got some body work going on. All of these dents are now filled out. You can still see a couple of little spots that need some love and some sanding. We're getting really close to painting that. But we're also going to take our 65 Mustang project, Project Code Blue, out for its first test drive ever. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button, like and share these videos with your friends. It really helps me out. Speaking of helping me out, we've had a lot of people asking if we've had t-shirts or anything like that available. We do now have Auto Anatomy t-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, things like that available. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check those out. Thank you so much for buying those. It allows me to keep making videos and things like that you like. But the bigger thing is, today we're working on our Project Code Blue Mustang. A little backstory on this car. We picked this thing up right about a year ago, and it was a total shell. I mean, it had no engine, no transmission, no suspension, no drivetrain, nothing like that. And over the course of the last year, we have put in a tremendous amount of work. It's got new transition pan over the rear axle. It has new trunk floor. It has new quarter panels on the rear. It's got new front floorboards. It's got a whole new back of the car. The only original body work that we've kept has been the trunk lid, the roof, the rockers, and then the cowl area. We've also got a new hood, and I sourced some fenders for it. So over the last few videos, we've done a 4-wheel disc brake swap, and yesterday I tossed in a new clutch and buttoned up all the steering, got the drivetrain sorted out. So that should be all ready to go. So today, Lord willing, we are going to take the 65 Mustang out for its very first outing and see how it goes. So let's get started on wrapping up a couple of little things and see if we can take it for a test drive. Okay, here are the little pivots for the Mustang, and I think the way this works is this is the frame bracket. You got this little ball that slides on, and it's held in place with a little clip here. Yeah, and then a little felt on the back. Should be the same on this side. And then this screws into the bell housing, and there's a little pivot that goes in between these two. Something like that. All right, so we've got the mounts on the block. This is our, I think they call it a Z-bar. Basically, it's just the clutch pivot, and this part, see if I can do this here, this part goes down to the clutch fork, so it pushes on this, which pushes on the clutch fork. And this part up here, there's a rod that runs through it that goes from the pedal assembly to this, and it just sits and pivots like that. So let's get this guy installed. You can see this guy is installed, and this is kind of roughly how it works. Since this was originally an automatic car, it doesn't have the hole in the firewall knocked out for the clutch rod to go through, but thankfully, see if you can see this, it's already right there. So all we have to do is just take a punch and knock that guy. Now, keen-eyed viewers will notice that I did have to make some changes to the braking system because the clutch just would not fit, the clutch rod, with that power brake booster in place. So I've still got it, but I just put a manual booster back on it so that I could at least take it for a test drive. You can see we've got our zip tie throttle linkage there. Put a new clutch in the car and just did like a very rudimentary wiring on it. So we've got a little lawnmower ignition switch over there, and I don't care because I'm excited to take this thing for a test drive. Let's put some fuel in it, let's fire it up and fingers crossed, take it around the block. All right, let's go take the Mustang out for its very first test drive. Driving something with no interior, like just rattling around all the time, but it's moving on its own. Okay, clutch is working. And it's just all over the place. There's no alignment. Feels like I've got a brake sticking too. That's okay. The first gear works, second gear works. Oh, this thing is like darty all over the place. Okay. It's actually not as loud as I thought it'd be with just single chamber Flowmasters. Out of gas. All right, so confession time. I ran it out of gas. I'd only put a couple of gallons in the car, and I forgot that I only put a couple of gallons in. Got around the corner and it sputtered and died. And thankfully a couple of super nice guys, Josiah and Dom, stopped and helped me push it to the side and even gave me a gallon of gas that got me back home. So let's put some more gas in this car for real this time and take it for a test drive. All right, so fast forward to the next day. You know, I tried to take the Mustang out for its first drive and it just was an epic fail. First time, I'd only put like a gallon or two of gas in it and proceeded to run out of gas. And you saw that got some fuel in it and got it back to the house and was tuning up on the carburetor a little bit and the battery died. So between those two things, I kind of took it as an omen that maybe I shouldn't be driving the Mustang that day. So today we're going to do a couple of different things. Just to make sure that the car isn't going to die on me, we're going to do a little bit more work on the carburetor, and then I dug through my pile of parts here and found a Motorcraft voltage regulator, because right now in the car I just wired up like the simplest harness just to get it to crank and run on a key, but the alternator is not hooked up at all. So I'm going to wire up a voltage regulator so that maybe this thing will charge and not leave me stranded somewhere. And then, fingers crossed, we're going to try and drive it again. Looking at one of these old school voltage regulators, there's 4 terminals on them, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell since this is an old one here. There's an I, A, S, and F on there. So F is your field, S is your stator, A is your battery, and then I is your ignition switch. So we'll just run this from the voltage regulator to the field coil, here to the stator on the alternator. Here we'll go to the battery, and then this will go to just a switched 12 volt, you know, the coil or something like that. Something that's got key on power. I know on these things, they're normally mounted on the driver's side, kind of back behind the headlight. But again, just for sake of simplicity, I'll probably just use one of the existing holes, you know, here in on the passenger side, and just mount it somewhere so that you know, the wire runs are short and it's just easier to do. And then, you know, whoever gets this car next can wire it with an appropriate harness. Okay, I pulled the alternator off, and this is just an alternator I had sitting around the house. I have no idea if it even works or not, so I'm hoping that it does. Anyway, looking on the back of it, you'll see cast into it is STA, that's our stator, FLD is field, BAT is battery, and GRD is ground. So stator to stator, field to field, battery to battery, and then ignition to a coil, and this thing should charge. Okay, so I've whipped up just a little harness here to go from the alternator to the voltage regulator, and let's see if I can make this work. Right now we're at 12.9 volts. Let's crank the car up and see if this thing will charge. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so it's running a little bit better. I just hope it actually stays running this time. It's got fuel and it is charging. Brakes barely work. Looks like I've got a brake kind of hanging. I'm not sure what that's about. My steering wheel's loose. I guess I should probably put a nut on the steering wheel. So weird with no windows, no interior. It is loud in the car and it's pulling to one side. But I can hear every rock hitting the inside of the car. There's no sound deadening at all. It's almost like a race car at this point. But it's running and driving, which is more than I thought it'd be doing right now. Alright, we're going to try and take it out on a big road here. Fingers crossed this thing will make it. I'm going to wait for traffic to go by because if this thing crashes, I don't want it to hit like this Panamera. still, but it's running and driving. All right, so it made it. We made it around the block. Got on it once. Engine feels pretty strong. I need to bolt the steering wheel on. That's going to be a big thing. It's pulling to one side, and I'm not surprised. I mean, I haven't done any alignment at all on it. The brakes are pulling just a little bit, and feels like they need to be bled. I just kind of threw it together real quick just to get it around the block. As far as next things for the car, unfortunately, I think I am still going to sell it. It's going to be a great start for somebody, but I just don't know that at this stage in life, with all of the other things that I've got going on with work, that I'm going to have the opportunity to finish it. It's not a money thing. It's just a time thing right now, and I want to focus on getting some other projects finished, like wrapping up the 52, getting air conditioning in it, and then getting the Porsche finished and sold. So I think I'm going to end up putting this one up for sale. If you're interested in the car, shoot me an email at autoanatomy@icloud.com. You can comment in the video below, and I'll reach out to you. Make me an offer. I promise it's not going to be an exorbitant number that I'm asking for it, but the car does have a lot of new parts on it, and is going to be a great foundation for somebody if they decide they want to do like a winter Mustang project. That's going to wrap up this episode. We may see a few more videos just here and there on the Mustang, but most likely this is going to be the culmination of this project. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was really the project that kind of launched our channel, and we just we can't say thank you enough for all the love and support. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell to be notified when any new videos come out. Thank you again for watching. Take care of each other. We'll see you later.